A brand new ship has been revealed for the upcoming RTS space game Fallen Frontier. Now, what makes this especially interesting is that it seems to indicate a new development direction for the game. The developers, Stutterfox Studios, have now taken on a new staff, in this case a brand new dedicated artist. And it sounds, for now at least, that their sole focus is on designing brand new spaceships. With that in mind, we have here a mining barge. Now, this Sukula Class barge will be heading out into deep space to collect a variety of different ores for you. On screen, we can see the latest video from the studio highlighting these ships in action. Well, sort of in action, they're not actually mining here, but they are manoeuvring around. We can also see a number of what appear to be cargo containers here, although it's not clear what they're doing simply floating there in space. But that said, whichever way we cut it, Fallen Frontier does continue to be visually very impressive. So the new artist is working on these ships. The Sukula Class barge is the first of these, but it's by no means going to be the only one. Next up is a rework of the game's military ships, the Hazo Class destroyer. A press release from the company tells us that the studio are going to be working and reworking on a variety of ships between now and the game's final release. Just how extensive the rework and full design of ships is going to be, we'll have to wait and see, but the studio have said that more ship models will be revealed over the coming months. Now, it's not all about ship models. We've also got a few other things on show here, and you can see that going on right now. It is the obstacle avoidance and collision system. It's an aspect of the game which opens up a lot of potential, including the ability to lay traps, as well as potentially suicide or kamikaze into other ships. Ultimately, we'll have to see how Stutterfox Studios want to really use this and make use of it, but the potential and opportunities certainly are there. Elsewhere in the footage, we can see a new and reworked UI. This is something that, if you've been paying attention, you will have noticed has improved quite a bit over previous videos. So it's clear that Fallen Frontier remains a work in progress, but one that is making a huge amount of progress over time. And when it comes down to it, this progress is something you'll see the game's community discuss in abundance over on the Discord server, as well as a variety of other comments around the internet. The general feeling is one of excitement, one of high anticipation, but also some trepidation of the fact that the game's scope just seems to keep growing. This could potentially be seen as either a good thing or a negative thing depending on where you sit on the scale, but ultimately, based on what we've seen so far at least, it doesn't seem to suggest out of control scope creep. Instead, it really does seem to feel the opposite, and suggests that publisher Hooded Horse really do feel they've got gold on their hands with this, and they really want the game to be everything it can be and everything it should be. So, for those of you eagerly awaiting a single-player space-based RTS game, then Fallen Frontier is certainly one to keep an eye on. Currently, release date is still appearing to be 2023 according to Steam, so hopefully the developers can hit that window. But regardless, I think this is certainly going to be one worth waiting for. If you want to know more about the game, do check out the video linked on the screen right here, where I go into some depth on a recent video from the game. Do check it out.